He saved the world, but then walked away from it. Rand al'Thor's final moments changed everything, and yet, we never got to see what came next. Rand al'Thor was always the center of the Wheel of Time. He was the dragon reborn, the one destined to fight the Dark One and either save the world or break it. The show was slowly building toward that huge conflict, showing Rand struggling with his powers, his identity, and his fear of what he might become. And just as things started to get interesting, the story was cut short. In the season finale, Rand confronts the Dark One in a mysterious, dreamlike place. There, he's tempted with a perfect life, one where he's just a regular man with Egwene by his side. But Rand refuses. He knows that the world needs him, even if it means sacrificing everything he wants. In that moment, we see the weight he's been carrying all season, the fear of madness, the pressure of prophecy, and the pain of being chosen. What happens next is powerful but confusing. Moiraine believes Rand has died, but he hasn't. He walks away, choosing to keep his survival a secret. In the books, Rand does something similar. He survives the last battle, switches bodies with another man, and disappears. But the show didn't get far enough to explain that twist, or even hint at it properly. So the big question is, what was Rand's real plan? Was he planning to stay hidden forever? Would he return when the world needed him again? Or was he done with the role of Dragon Reborn altogether? The show left us with no answers. It ended right when Rand's story was about to take its biggest turn. We also didn't get to see how Rand's decision affects the people around him. Egwene believes he's gone. Moiraine is left shaken and powerless. Perrin, Mat, and the others are each going through their own transformations. But the man at the heart of it all? He's just gone. Off-screen. Missing from the very world he saved. This storyline could have gone in so many directions. The idea of a hero who walks away from fame and power is rare in fantasy. Most shows would have him rule a kingdom or sit on a throne. But Rand's arc was always different. He didn't want to be a god or a king. He just wanted peace, for the world and for himself. Fans were hoping to see how he'd live after the war. Would he find a quiet life somewhere? Would he watch the world from afar, a hidden guardian? Or would he be hunted by enemies who didn't believe the Dragon Reborn could ever truly leave the stage? The show hinted at these possibilities, but never explored them. And then there's the question of his powers. Rand was growing stronger, touching the one power even as it threatened his sanity. Would he master it completely? Would he fall into madness like the male channelers before him? Or had he found a new balance, something no other Dragon Reborn had ever achieved? These are huge ideas that the show never resolved. Another mystery is how the other characters would react if they found out he was alive. Moiraine, despite everything, believed in Rand. If she had found out he lived, would she have gone after him? Helped him find a new path? Or would she have tried to bring him back into the fight? And what about Egwene? Her relationship with Rand was complicated, full of love and duty. Knowing he lived, while she mourned, would have changed everything for her character too. In the end, Rand's fate remains one of the biggest unanswered questions in the Wheel of Time. His journey was just getting deeper, more personal, and more dangerous. But the show's sudden cancellation means we may never see what the writers had planned for him. For fans of the books, this is especially frustrating. They know what's coming. They've read how Rand's story plays out across the final battles, personal trials, and shocking twists. But the show chose to adapt the story differently. That means we can't assume it would have followed the same path. We were on a different turning of the wheel, a version that's now left spinning in the dark. Rand al'Thor deserved more. Love him or hate him, he was the face of the fight against darkness. His victory wasn't just about power. It was about choice. He chose hope, even when it cost him everything. And now, with the show canceled, we're left with a character whose most human moments remain unseen. It's one of the greatest what-ifs in fantasy television. What if the story had continued? What if we had seen Rand rise, fall, and rise again? What if we had watched him find peace, Not just for the world, but for himself? We may never know.